Hey y'all, and welcome to SoFlo Taste. You're invited to a birthday party. No, not mine, but a birthday party for the younger set. I'm Chef Michelle Bernstein. Join me for recipes for a birthday party for those who still count birthdays, our kids. Today on SoFlo Taste. I'm so excited. Welcome all to SoFlo Taste. I'm Chef Michelle Bernstein, and welcome to SoFlo Taste here in our new home, the Goya Kitchen at the Sub-Zero Wolf and Cove showroom in Miami, right in the middle of the Design District. I'm so happy to be here. This showroom is gorgeous with wall-to-wall Sub-Zero Wolf and Cove appliances, and I'm excited to be cooking with them, and I feel very lucky. Do you have a young one whose birthday is coming up? Well, today I'm going to give you some recipes to celebrate their tender ages. But if truth be told, my recipes are good for anyone, whatever age, tender or not. So let's get cooking. We are going to start with something a little naughty. We're going to make deep fried Oreos. Kind of gross, but kind of delicious, right? This recipe is really simple. You take some mixed biscuit flour, or you can make your own biscuit flour. I make my own biscuits at the restaurants, obviously, and at home. However, this is super simple. So this is biscuit flour, and then this is some milk and some eggs. So you first combine the liquid ingredients. I'm not going to add all the milk at first, though. I'm going to save a little bit in case the batter is a little thick. And this is really a batter that is made for frying. It's perfect for frying. So let's combine this together and see if it is dunkable, which basically means that it'll coat the Oreo. And I like it a little thinner, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this. You can also look back on any of my recipes because I've made tempura batters. The nice thing about biscuit flour is that it does have a little touch of sweetness in it. Let's go ahead and grab the Oreos. You want to freeze your Oreos before you deep fry them. So I'm going to run over and grab them out of the freezer. And what we've done is we've put a skewer into the soft white center part of the Oreo like so. And so what you can do is you can fry the Oreos straight using the skewer to hold on to them. Let's do that right now. So I've got some oil heating. Remember, do not use any fancy oil like an olive oil on this, because if not, your fried biscuit batter Oreo thing is going to taste like olive oil, which I don't think the kids would love. So you want to use an oil that doesn't have a lot of flavor. I personally at home use a lot of grapeseed oil for frying, peanut oil for frying if you don't have the allergy. Whatever it is that y'all like for that kind of thing would work. But definitely do not use anything with olive oil in it, because you can really smell it and taste it, and the kids will not want it on their Oreos. So let's go ahead and dip. So you really want to dunk in there. Let's go ahead and place our first one in. And it's really, you know, the taller the skewer you use, maybe the better, so that you can really hold on to it during frying. I'm just going to let it kind of sit here. So you want to fry these at about 340 to 350 degrees, which I think I am at right now. Go ahead and keep going. And once you have a lot fried, I have some staying warm in a 180 degree oven below. So let's go ahead and grab them out of here. Okay. And they come out like this. Look how beautiful they are. And what you want to do is you take some powdered sugar. And if you wanted to do half of them in cocoa powder and half of them in powdered sugar, it would be fun, because they are Oreos, right? So let's go ahead and top them. I mean, what a great finish. I know it's the start of the show, but it's a great finish for your kids' birthday parties. The kids go crazy, and they can help you skewer them. They can help you dip them. Maybe you want to stand over the oil to fry them, but my son now at 13 is frying with me, and he knows all about the safeguards in frying. So there you go. Great start to a children's birthday party. This is SoFlo Taste on the local station, Local 10. Come right back.
Come back to the Goya Kitchen, Chef Michelle and the food. This is SoFlo Taste.
Welcome back, and thanks for joining me here in the Goya kitchen at the Sub-Zero Wolf and Cove showroom in Miami, a truly wonderful place for appliances. I'm Chef Michelle Bernstein, and today I'm giving you recipes for a kid's birthday party. So let's get back to the food. This is definitely made for the kids. We are making a taco mac and cheese. I never thought I'd put all that together, but why not? I tested it on my son Zach, who's 13. And even though he's a little bit older than some of this stuff would be for, he went crazy for it and ate the whole thing. So I guess he liked it. He likes anything with a little bit of spice, but not heat. So let's go ahead and get into the recipe. We've got ground beef, and this is a 90-10, where I think I'd normally use about an 80-20 for, I like fat, but for the kids, you know, I lowered it just a little bit. And of course, I got this beautiful ground beef from my friends over at Milam's Markets. And they asked me to tell you that when Milam says they are family owned and more importantly, family operated, they surely mean it. There are no fewer than 13, count them 13, Milam family members making daily decisions for their markets. And they've been doing it for more than 40 years. Check them out at milamsmarkets.com or at Coconut Grove, Miami Springs, Pinecrest, Sunny Isles Beach, or Coral Gables East and West stores. See you at Milam's, SoFlo's family grocer since 1984. Experience the difference. All right, everyone. What we're going to do is cook down this ground beef, and I'm just going to add, I've got some white onion here. Just add this in. This is a really small dice of white onion. We chefs like to call it a brunoise. Let's cook the onions into the meat. Kids don't even have to know they're in there, but they definitely add a flavor you're going to want. As this cooks, I'm going to go ahead and start adding some of these spices. Don't worry, they're delicate. They're not too strong, but it is definitely more of a taco flavor. So I've got a little bit of cumin. And I know you can always open, I guess, one of those taco seasonings, right? But they do contain a lot of sodium. So I like to make it myself because honestly, you can give it that flavor so easily at home with a lot of the spices you would have yourself in your kitchen, in your pantry. This is a little bit of paprika. And then I always keep smoked paprika around. I use it a lot in one of my restaurants, Senora Martinez, because it does have a beautiful smoky flavor. It's called La Chinata. It's really easy to find. It's a lovely smoked paprika, or you can just use any kind of smoked paprika you find. Some garlic onion. Both powders, garlic powder, onion powder. And finally, oregano. Something that is actually really important that a lot of people forget about when flavoring their meats. Okay, we're starting to almost be completely cooked down. I'm gonna add some fresh minced garlic. I like to add that in later. I don't like to brown it at the beginning because that is not the predominant flavor. All right. That's about it. So now I'm going to add a little bit of beef broth that does not have any sodium in it either. So we haven't added salt yet. Okay, just be aware. We are adding a lot of cheese, which is salty. So I try to be a little careful not to add too much salt to the base. Now I'm also going to add the starchy water, which is my best friend from cooking the pasta. I love adding starchy water to pretty much everything. I love starchy water. To me, I can't make pasta dishes without the pasta water anymore. I've just gotten so used to it, and it's just a great trick that I highly recommend it. Anything that you want to kind of thicken a little bit, as far as the sauce goes, if you're adding pasta, then use the pasta water. I cooked the pasta for this ahead of time just to make this recipe easier for you all to make for a kid's birthday party. And so I kept some of the starchy water. It's awesome. I'm just going to throw, that's probably maybe 3 ounces at the most in there, and let this cook down. What this is going to do is allow this to really thicken up nicely without adding any butter to it. So let's bring that together. Let's talk about the rest of the ingredients. Now I have the broiler here set in this beautiful, I wish you could see this oven. I have a gorgeous Wolf oven below me. And it is now, the broiler is now set on, and it's beautifully hot in there. So because I have this oven here now, which I'm really excited because at the restaurants, you know, I've never had a broiler because we don't do that in restaurant kitchens. So what I'm going to do is put extra cheese over the top of it so I can broil it. And when you bring that out, it's so much more inviting for not just the kids, but also the kids and all of us adults to see when, you've got melting cheese over something. So let's talk really quickly about the ingredients. So I have some of these great tomatoes. So these are just some diced tomatoes. I'm not going to add too much, but the taco flavoring always needs some good canned tomatoes in it. You can use fire roasted if you want to, but these are just plain old peeled chopped tomatoes. I went ahead and did my own mix of Mexican cheeses, but you could buy this. I mean, totally skip the step if you want to make things faster. It's just really good shredded cheeses, like Jack and Cheddars. But again, you can buy your own already mixed grated cheeses. I brought a little bit of cream cheese to make this a little bit creamy. Like I told you, I'm not using any butter in this recipe, so I thought it would be kind of cool to bring a little bit of cream cheese along to make this a little bit creamy, which I'm going to add in now. And when it comes to pasta, I went a little bit traditional, but you can basically get whatever nice short cut of pasta that you like for your taco pasta mac and cheese. But just make sure, normally it is 10 minutes to cook pasta, but when you're making something like this, where we're going to throw it into here and then throw it back into the broiler, you're going to want to cut that time a little bit in the boiling of the pasta. So when a pasta says 10 minutes, I would cut it down to about 7, because you don't want the pasta to be too overcooked. So what I'm going to do while you guys take the quickest of breaks, I'm going to let this reduce down a little bit. Then I'm going to add the pasta into it, top it with cheese, and throw it in the oven. So come right back to SoFlo Taste. I've got more recipes from my brand new Goya kitchen at the Sub-Zero Wolf and Cove showroom here in Miami. This showroom is located at 3711 Northeast 2nd Avenue in Miami. To make an appointment, call them at 786-461-3907 or just walk in. Sub-Zero Wolf and Cove showroom Miami at subzero-wolf.com. Elevating every moment in the kitchen and beyond. Now, come right back to SoFlo Taste. We'll see how this delicious taco mac and cheese comes out. Stay tuned to SoFlo Taste. We'll be right back.
It's a Milam's Markets Minute. Here's Melinda Harper.
Christy, it is summertime in South Florida.
You know what that means.
Bikini time.
No, grilling time.
Grilling time, of course.
Yes, and we have so many options to grill. If you want something pre-done, we have marinated skirt steak, which is delicious, kebabs, prime steaks, and we have some delicious tomahawk steaks. I don't know if you've ever cooked a grilled tomahawk before.
I haven't had the opportunity.
It is not as intimidating as you think, but it is delicious, especially with a group of people. If you can eat the whole thing yourself,
Which I can.
amazing.
Right.
But if you want something smaller, we have New York strips as well. Prime, so that's a lot of marbling for a really juicy steak. We have everything you need for grilling, including seasonings, vegetables, beverages to pair. You can come on out to one of our 6 stores in South Florida to check out our summer grilling selection, or order online at milamsmarkets.com.
Come out to the store and take a peek for yourself. It is amazing.
It's SoFlo Taste. I'm Chef Michelle Bernstein, and to get your own copy of my recipes, just scan this QR code for a ride through cyberspace to the SoFlo Shows page, where you can take your time with ingredients and recipes. And if you miss it now, you'll also see this QRC on the ingredients pages throughout the show. Now back to my birthday party recipes for the kiddies. All right, everyone, let's check out our mac and cheese. Remember I told you this crazy good oven with a broiler? So look at this. I never get to do things like this because this broiler works so beautifully. Check out how gorgeous this is. It's like the perfect taco mac and cheese. Moving on. I've always wanted to make these crazy looking, I think they call them either rainbow or unicorn cupcakes. I don't know, whatever it is, they're beautiful. They turn out crazy. They're so pretty. So let's jump right in. This is a double recipe for just like a regular vanilla cake or a vanilla cupcake. But what we're gonna do is, I bought a whole box of colored gel, and I use gel rather than the usual liquid to color things, and they're all natural, and I've decided to go a little crazy today on colors. So I'm gonna try, and sometimes I add a little too much, so if they're a little too bright, you all will know. I would go little by little because we don't have as much time together as I wish we did on Saturday mornings. I would practice a little more, but we're going quickly. So I've decided to go with pink, orange. I think this one is like might be fuchsia or red, I'm not really sure. A blue, kind of like all, different colors of the rainbow. I know I'm missing a couple. And then of course a green. I had some crazy looking ones. There's even a beautiful black color, like deep dark black color that I wanted to use, but I thought maybe that was off-putting for a cupcake, so I wasn't really sure. So I'm just gonna go ahead and mix this together. This is maybe too bright. I don't know, kind of technicolor right now. But anyway, it's gonna be pretty. Let's see how I did with this one. Wow, okay, so I added a little too much, but you get the gist of it. You can play with it, and don't let the kids do it at first, because you know what's gonna happen, right? They're just gonna be, look at the blue. But hey, it's a kid's birthday party, right? So we're supposed to think like a kid right now. Oh, this is yellow. This is an orange. Wow, that's pretty. This color is going to be beautiful when it bakes, I can just tell. And then what the heck did I do here? Okay, so that one was red, and I don't know what this is. Oh, this is like this is Pepto-Bismol color. Okay, good to know. All right, so this is what you do to make these work out. So you really only want like not even a tablespoonful, okay? And then start on kind of one side. Line your cupcakes, by the way, line them, put paper in here. You want to save your beautiful cupcake or muffin tins, right? Pans or tins. But you want to line them, because if this sticks, all this work goes to nothing. And then we're going to do another kind of little corner of the liner, and we're going to just keep going with different colors. And it takes a minute. And this is when you bring the kids in, because this is really a pain. So you want to bring the kids in and tell them that the more they line them up differently in a circle, the better the cupcakes are going to turn out. And trust me, kids want great cupcakes. So as you can see, it takes a little time, but it's oh so worth it. And I'll prove that to you when you come back and see how beautifully these cupcakes come out. So when it comes to frosting, we did a simple buttercream because I just couldn't deal with it. So you can do obviously colors, flavors, line them, do your shtick. I did mine. Mine is just a simple white buttercream, but we'll top it with some other goodies to make it even more beautiful. There you go. Come right back, taste buds, to SoFlo Taste for more here on Local 10, the local station. SoFlo Taste will return right after this. For more information on today's show or to see a recent SoFlo Taste episode, please go to our website, SoFloShows.com. There you can find everything SoFlo Taste. Welcome back to SoFlo Taste. We are talking about birthday parties for kids. I mean, it has been so much fun. We've had so much crazy, kooky food today. We've got this gorgeous taco mac and cheese, and of course these cupcakes. I wanted to open one up before I frost them, just to show you how beautiful they are. I mean, it has all kinds of bright, fun colors in it. This is awesome. And you can make them in different flavors, you know, if the kids like certain flavors more than others. However, do not make chocolate batter because it will not work. It has to be a light colored batter, obviously. So let's go ahead and top it. I told you that we made a really simple buttercream. By the way, you can just do whipped cream if you'd rather. Make your whipped cream though, please. Don't buy, one of those squeezy thingies. I mean, those are fun, right, for Sundays, but yeah, no. You want to go ahead and make something yummy and fresh. Or you can do chocolate buttercream. That way they've got their vanilla and chocolate flavors, right? Or you can make a cupcake bar with all kinds of fun toppings for the cupcakes. I know that the kids love sundae bars, cupcake bars. Heck, you can do any kind of a fun bar these days with edible stuff. But we're gonna top each one of these. And then we brought some rainbow sprinkles. I know maybe it's a little extra, but we thought it would be fun. So let's go ahead and top these with some rainbow sprinkles as well, because what kids' birthday party shouldn't be just a little extra, right? All right, we are very colorful today. It's very exciting. Did y'all have a good time at today's birthday party? Well, all of it was missing the pin, the tail on the donkey, but I guess, I don't know, we don't let the kids play with pins anymore. And I imagine donkeys aren't politically correct either. But I hope you had fun and got some birthday party food suggestions. As always, Taste Buds, you're a big part of my week. I only hope that you enjoy it as much as I do, or even half as much. I'll see you here next time. Mwah. Goodbye and good taste, and happy birthday. Happy birthday.